Bethical News. When was it? It was 2012. Travis Beam and Josh Hartzell approached me and asked if we should start this kind of video weekly thing.
Well, I feel like I should say I didn't even know that I was going to do Bethical News.
There were a bunch of students saying that there's nothing ever going on the weekends at Bethel, and it just kind of had become this running joke. And yet, if you looked at the calendar, there were a lot of things on the calendar that were happening.
We had this little meeting, like, hey, this is what it's gonna be. Cool, so we're gonna do a photo shoot for the opening scene.
Casey had this Twitter account going that was funny. I mean, they had hundreds of followers, people enjoyed it.
Thousands, I think.
I think it's hundreds, we can verify that right now.
Whatever.
The original intro with us, like all the stupid photos and stuff were taken that day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm doing this now. I had no idea that it would take off to become what it has become.
It's Bethical News with your hosts, Hannah Tobbins and Casey Weaver.
We started with just a basement with a brick wall.
When we first started filming, it was just this room full of junk. And you find the most random little treasures. And one of the things that Casey found was a scythe of some kind.
If anyone had any idea like how bad that basement was when we started, they would have a much better appreciation.
I helped out with some of the special effects in my first year here, and from there on I just kind of got more and more involved.
I was known by Casey as the homeschool kid, and you know, I would never talk about Casey behind
For the record,
his back.
I like
sitting right here.
homeschoolers, okay? They're great and they're genuine people and they're very close to their families.
And now y'all are fancy. They've got like computers and stuff. They can like watch the screen and like read it off. No, we got 2 pieces of paper with paragraphs every week, and we would just kind of like read them for 5 minutes and then try and do this number and perform them. So Casey adopted this comic persona, and then it fell to me to be the straight man. I don't exactly know how to describe it, but it's harder than it looks.
Like stupidity and then like keeping it somewhat relatable to the audience.
I had huge shoes to fill, and I know my talents. Being Casey isn't one of them.
I would get so nervous every Friday when I would walk into chapel and go, okay, please laugh.
On my first episode, I got to set. I had no idea who Drew was. I had no idea who Josh was. And then he started doing these stupid things and we were all laughing, and it ended up being fine.
When I first started working with Casey, I was kind of intimidated, I will be honest. You probably didn't know that. I was intimidated because he's so funny.
Kelly's annoying.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, what is it like to work with Casey?
Uncomfortable. First time I worked with Drew, he asked to hold my hand and do drugs.
Hey, you want to hold my hands and do drugs?
No.
Yeah. Annika is very like military, yell in your face. You know?
He says the dumbest things. That's probably one of my favorite things about him.
There was one episode where he brought an acorn sandwich to filming just because he was eating dinner, and then he just started using it as a prompt, and it became something that we used in the episode.
Drew and I don't write it. Like when we get to set each week, you get a script and you just never know what you're gonna get. We don't see the episodes until they're in chapel, so we just film it and hope for the best, and then they all get edited and changed, so we never really know what we're gonna get. I think we can all agree that our favorite episode from the past was the lovely George Bush episode.
Good morning, Bethel College. It's George W. Bush. Remember me?
I really loved the All About That Pork episode with his posse, and then anytime we could bring in Natalie, I thought it was hilarious. With the potato head.
Well, and you and Natalie just together, I mean, you guys were roommates, best buds.
Yep.
One of my least favorite episodes was probably Bethical Drew's.
Oh.
It was so hard to like film and get the timing right in one spot and then the other. I think it ended up taking us like 3 hours.
Right. I don't think everybody understood the complexity of it. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Bethical Drew's. No one got that.
Nobody else laughed, so can I say screw you?
Our favorite, or one of our most favorite ones, was the puppet episode. So Puppet Sean comes on and we do a Sesame Street thing.
Well, it was a funny joke, and then it led to Bethical News the movie trailer, which led to making an actual film.
So where is it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So when I came in as a freshman, Bethical News was like this big funny thing on Fridays that we all look forward to. And then to transition into the role of being on Bethical News, that was really strange for me to see myself on camera.
I was in the DC and this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Excuse me, you're Annika." And I was like, "Yes, I am." And she goes, "You're on the news." And I was like, yes, I am.
And like 20 minutes ago, some girl in Sufficient asked for a picture with Drew and I.
There's no way that's true.
I'll go find you the picture. It literally just happened.
That
Shout out,
that
name's
never
Talia.
happened. That never happened to me and Hannah. It didn't happen to them.
Okay.
It's so fun what this particular audience is, because it's our peers, it's our friends, it's our classmates, our professors, and there's so many jokes that those outside the Bethel bubble don't really understand, but you do. You guys get it.
Where do we see Bethical News going in the future? Can you have a future after us?
I mean, yeah. Does it get much better than
No.
this? I don't think it can.
No, it's not going anywhere.
If you screw this up for us, we're all screwed. We'll never. This legacy will be done.
I do have one question for you though. If it were to continue, who do you think would replace you next year?
Oh, easily it's going to be.
We have something that connects all of us together. We can make fun of ourselves in a way and then not make fun of ourselves. And it's just kind of cool. It's really neat to see just everybody come together under Bethical News, because it's a common thing. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody can laugh about it. And it's, yeah, that's really cool.
Group hug?
Oh,
This is nice. I feel like everyone's just looking at my butt right now.